4 things a woman should never do for a man. New to me, I'm Coach Los, certified life and relationship coach that helps you fix your relationship or find the one you want. I need you to be aware of these because these are common pitfalls women fall into doing that gets them very unhealthy, unhappy, and toxic relationships. Number 1, never lose yourself in your man. Meaning don't fall so head over heels for him to where you're trying to be his everything so much, being that feminine, nurturing person that you are, right? Dedicating everything you are to him to the point that you start losing sight of your own identity. As a woman, you're a natural nurturer. So you're really good at pouring into the person you love and caring for them. And this is something that happens with moms or wives that are taking care of the family and the kids so much that they forget to take care of themselves. So getting too lost in him is the fastest way to start neglecting yourself and your own interests and goals. Always keep a self-love and self-care routine. Second, never accept disrespect or abuse from a man. You always have to maintain yourself as a prize, and a prize can't be treated any kind of way. Because the more you let disrespectful things slide, it's the more you start to devalue yourself in his eyes and in your own eyes eventually. Have boundaries and be willing to walk if they're consistently violated. Third, never ever lower your standards to match his if they're not on your level. Your standards are to preserve the level you need to live at to be happy. Lowering them for him signs you up for a miserable relationship. I don't care about potential. Either he steps up or he's got to go. And fourth, never do his job for him. Let him be a man. You can help him, but he has to take the lead. Doing it for him hurts you both. Let's get it.
If there's anything I would tell a woman not to do, it would be to stop getting so emotionally attached to a man's words and to stop getting so emotionally attached to how he sounds when he speaks his words. Because a lot of men know that women fall for what they hear, that women fall in love with what they hear, not necessarily with the man. You should never fall in love with what you hear. Fall in love with the mind of the man, the soul of the man, the energy of the man, the spirit of the man, the vibrations, the frequencies of the man, the whole life of the man, not the way he sounds, not the words he uses when he's talking to you. Okay? So when you listen to a man, make sure that you're listening with your heart fully deactivated. It doesn't mean that you're cold. It doesn't mean that you're crass. It doesn't mean that you're aloof or disrespectful. It just means that you're fully grounded and you're neutral. Okay? It means that you're fully grounded and you're totally aware of what's going on at all times. You're not getting drunk with his words. You see what I'm saying? Because if your heart is fully activated while you're listening, you will get caught up in that current and drift away and become lost at sea, like a person who's lost at sea. Stay grounded, stay neutral, stay coherent, always be aware of what's going on at all times. Protect yourself.
Alright ladies, so today, let's discuss 9 things that a woman should never do for a man. You see, every month I get to coach some of you about dating, relationships, and self-love, and I always notice certain things that you do, okay, for someone that you care about, as a way to prove your love to him. But quite often, what you end up doing is pushing him away, being taken for granted, and destroying the attraction between you two. My name is Ismael Gomez. I'm a coach, writer, and speaker. And ladies, I want you to stop everything that you're doing right now, okay? No multitasking, no checking your phone. Give me your full attention because I will give you some invaluable lessons that can change your love life completely. If you want to become a woman who attracts rather than chases, you need to recognize these behaviors that make men lose respect for you. Because always remember, the moment a man loses respect for you, he won't love you the same way, okay? I'm excited for this, so let's begin. Number 1, don't become the female version of him. I've seen so many women do this, even some of them that I've dated in the past. After a few months of knowing me, suddenly my favorite movies became her favorite movies. You know, she became a soccer fan like me. She started eating the same foods that I ate. And then when the relationship ended, I saw the same girl with another guy, and now she was the biggest basketball fan because that's the sport that he liked, and also she was always watching the shows that he enjoyed. And this is part of a people-pleasing personality, okay? Some of you just become a sponge and you want to force compatibility because you think that, you know, that's the most effective way to build a wholesome relationship. And even if you get to enjoy things that he likes, don't give up on what makes you unique, because being yourself is the only way that you can be irreplaceable. Number 2, don't hide your intellect. If a man ever feels threatened by your intelligence, ladies, that's a major sign of insecurity on his part. Dumbing yourself down for a partner is a recipe for resentment, okay? Where you feel like you're settling for someone who doesn't stimulate you intellectually. And let me give you an example. Last week, I was having this coaching session with a woman, and she was around my age, mid-30s, so she asked me a question, and I gave her a simple response, like 2 or 3 sentences, but I could totally see, the hesitation in her eyes that she wanted to say something. So I asked, hey, is there anything that you want to tell me? Don't hold back. And then she went on for 3 whole minutes breaking down why she didn't agree with the advice that I gave her. And you know what? It was actually a pretty brilliant response. And the point is that she was downplaying her intellect. So I was giving her simple responses, but once that I saw her true capabilities, we started engaging in a much deeper and more meaningful way. Number 3, don't become mom 2.0. I know that a lot of you know this one, right? Playing mother to your partner can completely drain your energy. Constantly cleaning up after him, watching over his finances, pushing him to pursue his goals. A grown man should be capable of taking care of himself. Taking on the mother role can create an unhealthy dynamic where your partner becomes overly demanding and you feel undervalued. However, let me say that this doesn't mean, ladies, that you never do anything nice for him, like cooking him dinner or doing some other household tasks, because I know that some of you take this to the extreme, right? And you refuse to do any thoughtful gestures for him, fearing that you'll be taken advantage of. It's all about finding a healthy balance, where both of you contribute and you feel appreciated. Number 4, don't put your dreams on hold. Compromise is key in any relationship, right? But there's a difference between compromise and sacrifice. You shouldn't have to completely give up on your personal goals and aspirations just to be with someone. And I see this problem a lot, especially young women. You put your personal goals on hold to support your partner's dreams, and then you even relocate to another country because he's going to get a job that only benefits him. The right man will be your biggest cheerleader, not an obstacle to your success. Number 5, stop avoiding conflict. Here's a quote that I love that embodies this point. If you hide your pain from your partner, you may have peace in the relationship, but you'll create a war in your mind. I see so many of you afraid to disagree with your partner because you worry that it will lead to a fight and then him leaving. And here's the thing, healthy couples disagree sometimes, okay? Like, the important thing is to be able to express your opinions respectfully. A healthy partner would value your voice and want to hear what you have to say, even if you don't always see eye to eye. Nevertheless, if your partner is the type that breaks things down, starts yelling at you when there's conflict, that is not okay, ladies, alright? Don't put up with a fucking shitty behavior. I'm sorry for my French, but it really gets to me, alright? So let's keep moving on. Number 6, don't fully rely on him financially. Financial independence isn't just about having a lot of money. Beautiful, okay? It's about having control over your own life and feeling secure. Relying solely on a man for financial support can create a power imbalance in the relationship. And a lot of men will do this in a sneaky way. I've seen it over and over again. They will tell you, oh, you don't have to work, babe. I'll take care of you. Why do you want to start a business? Just come work for me. I'll teach you some stuff. And later, once your whole schedule revolves around him and you're accustomed to a lifestyle that he provided, he may start using finances as a weapon to control you. Number 7, don't excuse his behavior. For this one, I'm just going to show you a reel that I made on Instagram that illustrates this point. Have you ever loved a man so much that you tried to excuse his behavior while he was hurting you? Oh no, that's the way he is. He's not a liar. He was just afraid to tell me the truth. And you see, this only happens when you value someone's love more than your self-love. You're more concerned about losing him than losing yourself. Number 8, don't isolate yourself. I saw this pattern in one of my sisters. Like, every time that she was dating a new guy, she would just stop reaching out, stop hanging out with the family until she learned her lesson. And you see, this is part of practicing detachment, where your life doesn't completely revolve around this person. Like, his friends are your friends. You even love his family more than yours. And I know that a lot of you have a toxic environment back home, where you grew up, but always have friends or other connections with other people that are not related to him. Number 9, Avoid uncomfortable intimacy. You know, it's really sad to see how some men guilt trip women into doing sexual activities that you're not comfortable with. It's like they use all these manipulated tactics to make you feel bad if you don't go along with all of his experiments. They will say things that make you feel like you're not a good partner if you don't do what they want in bed. Or they will downplay your feelings and make you doubt yourself and believe that you're overreacting. And sometimes, ladies, you know, it's not that these guys are necessarily evil, right? Like I always explain this in all of my videos. It's almost a societal problem where these dudes, you know, grew up watching a lot of porn and they have all these stereotypes that they believe what women are supposed to behave in intimacy, and that it's your duty to please all of his desires no matter how uncomfortable that makes you feel. Alright ladies, that's it for today's 9 things that a woman should never do for a man. And you know what? I'll give you a quick extra one, okay? Never send him naked selfies. And this just came to mind because I was reading the comments last week in one of the videos, and the way that technology is nowadays, like, you don't really want someone to have naked pictures of you on their phone. Trust me. If he wants to see you again with your clothes off, just tell him that you like it when he takes them off in person. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Hi ladies, today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 major things you should never do for your boyfriend. Please pay attention to this and learn from this. Number 1, don't spend money on your boyfriend. I'm not saying don't support, but don't spend money on him, because when you do this, he'll become so weak when you are spending money for him. Especially those that are earning more than their boyfriend. They want to tend to give their boyfriend money in order for the guys not to leave them. So they want to give them a lot of money. You are supposed to spend on yourself. Make yourself who you want to be. Do you understand? Try to work on your own self. Spend money on yourself than spending money on him. Because a man's real character, his real attitude will come out when he starts seeing money. And take note, not every man that is struggling today will eventually make it tomorrow. He can be poor now and remain poor for the rest of his life. So don't assume that, okay, let me help him now that he's down, so that when he becomes rich, he will take care of me. No. Madam, take care of your own self. Sometimes when these people become rich, they tend to forget about you and go marry someone else. Number 2, don't play the role of a wife in a relationship. A lot of girls are doing this. You know, when a guy asks you out today and you accept same day, tomorrow you have moved in with him. This is very wrong. Some of them will start taking care of the house, washing clothes, washing dishes, cleaning the house, doing things that the cleaner is supposed to do. You know, even taking care of the boyfriend's kids if he has kids. You are playing the role of a wife in a relationship. And it is very bad. You know, most of the time, when you marry such people, there won't be any room for honeymoon again, because the things you're supposed to enjoy during honeymoon, you've already enjoyed it in your relationship. Stop playing the role of a wife in a relationship. We men, we see it as desperation. Don't act desperate, even if you want that relationship so bad. Don't act too desperate. Do you understand? Now, a relationship is supposed to be a process whereby we get to know ourselves before getting married. You understand? So you're supposed to visit him, then go back home. Don't even frequent his house, so that he doesn't get tired on time. So you're supposed to go do your normal relationship thing and go back home. That is what it's meant for. Not you can't just move into that place. Some people get pregnant and all of that. So don't do this mistake. Number 3, don't take a man who you are not sure that he will marry you to your parents. A lot of you are doing this. People are getting this wrong. If you are not sure that this guy is going to marry you, don't take him to your parents. How many men are you going to take to your parents? Don't do that. Don't be taking people to your house. Today your father will see this, your mother will see this. Tomorrow is another one. Next tomorrow is another person. No, don't do it. Be sure that this guy is ready to marry you before you start taking them to your parents. Number 4. This one a lot of ladies are making mistake. Don't accept an engagement ring from a man you are not sure that there is cash for the wedding. Before you accept an engagement ring, make sure the cash for the wedding is ready. Make sure you know the date for the wedding. Don't become lord of the ring. Don't just carry a ring for years. If the cash is not ready on ground, madam, don't accept any ring. Most girls today, they are being tied down with that ring. So don't accept any ring if you are not sure, if there is no cash on ground. Like, I'm not saying people are expecting money or money will come. No, if there is no cash on ground now that will cover a wedding, don't accept their engagement ring, because you will be tied down. And most of the time, when when you are carrying a ring for too long, that man will eventually not marry you. That's it. Men these days, they tend to tie women down with two things. Number one, with pregnancy. Number two, with the ring. So don't fall for this scam. I hope you have learned something today. Have a beautiful day ahead.